So we are going to start seated in our chair. So come down into your chair, scoot your butt way back, and then just give a second. Let everything kind of snuggle into place, quiet down, soften your gaze or close your eyes. And then right away, before you get completely settled in and everything is still finding its way, you're working out your little wiggles. Notice your feet touching the ground. And if you're in a chair, and this may be a little bit more specifically to anybody who's doing this from home later on the YouTube video, if you notice that your feet are really struggling to find the floor, if your chair is a little taller than your legs, you can always place a little rolled up blanket or book or yoga blocks under your feet to bring the floor up to meet so that you have a nice surface for your feet to rest on. But if you're in a comfortable chair and your feet touch the ground, perfectly fine. Now let everything get nice and heavy. Let your feet get soft and heavy, legs soft and heavy. Hands may be resting comfortably on your thighs. And then as you start to get just a little bit more comfortable, tune in and notice your abdomen, your belly, and specifically around your belly button. And just notice if you're holding tension or trying to grip or tighten your abdominal muscles to keep some sort of upright position with the spine, let your belly muscles soften. We're not going to stay here too long. So you can get a little slouchy in your seat, let your shoulders soften. Let that softness find its way down your arms into your hands. And if you were able to find that softness in your abdomen, that letting go of the muscles in your belly, then as you gently breathe here, so no need to force or change your inhalation and exhalation, but just allow your breath to come in naturally. And you might notice that slight and subtle movement within your abdomen as you breathe in and breathe out. Still allowing the belly to be soft, finding that gentle rhythm of breath in your body. And then just notice, in order to find that softness in the abdomen, softness through the chest and the arms, did you pick up any tension perhaps in your jaw or the space between your eyes? Maybe you were like focusing on letting go there, and you bring tension to a new place. So if you picked up any tension in your jaw and the space between your eyes, maybe even your cheekbones, can you let the muscles in your face relax? Let your shoulders relax. Let your belly be soft. Let your legs be soft. Take one more moment here, just allowing your body and your mind to find a little bit of a quiet connection, letting everything be subtle and soft. And then before we move away from this place, take a moment to set an intention here to honor your mind and your body throughout your practice, never doing anything that would cause your body pain, and treating yourself with love, care, and respect. Great. And then with that intention set, just giving a little wiggle to the fingers, a little wiggle to the toes. We're going to stay in the softer position with the body. But if you're wearing glasses, I'm going to suggest that you take your glasses off and set them somewhere safe so that you're not going to lose track of them. And then we're just going to rub our hands together, creating a little bit of warmth and friction in the palms. Take a little time here. First, start with a slow gliding motion of the palms. So maybe you sort of feel the skin of your palms, notice the warmth or the coolness of your palms, and maybe even notice the little ridges of your fingers, the pads of your fingers, the pads of your palms. And then once you feel like you've generated just a little bit of heat in the arms, maybe speed it up, go a little bit faster, creating a little bit more friction. And then now maybe you're less noticing those little subtle variations in your palms and your pads of your fingers, but maybe you'll notice a little heat in your arms, a little heat in your shoulders. Take a few more moments here, get those palms good and hot. And then once you feel like you've got enough heat in your palms, you're going to rest the heels of the hands into the eyes. Let your head drop forward just a little bit. So you're going to let your head rest into your palms. Take a nice deep breath in. Nice slow breath out. One more cycle of breath. Nice. And then as you gently lift your head away from your hands, we're going to take index finger, middle finger right to the temples and just gentle pressure on your temples. You gave your temples a little rub, circling in one direction. And then circle the other way. Awesome. And then we're going to take index finger, middle finger, move down. So right about the crest of the cheekbone where the cheekbone's about to meet the ears, draw some gentle circles in one direction. And then draw those circles, go the other way. Cool. And now we're going to move our index finger, middle finger down to right about where the jaw meets the ear. Put a little bit of gentle pressure on, draw some circles in one direction. Draw those circles, go the other way. And then when you're ready, releasing your hands from your jaw. If you took your glasses off, take a second to put them back on. And then we're going to start to lift the back away from the chair, scoot your butt forward so that you're sitting up nice and tall, butt is in the center of your seat. Awesome. And then once you've found that nice tall position with your seat, we're just going to kind of hike into one butt cheek and then the other. So you're going to lift one butt cheek away from the chair and then the other. And you just kind of want to see if you can start to feel or sense your sits bones or the connection of your sits bones as you rock from one side to the other. And then once you have a kind of an idea of where those sits bones are, then find that central location. And now we're going to move into a little pelvic tilt. So you're going to tilt your tailbone back like you're trying to reach your tailbone to the back of the chair, and then tilt your pelvis forward like you're just trying to rock just the pelvis. So not cat-cow, but just trying to isolate the hips, rocking forward and rocking back. And if you can find that rocking forward and back sensation, the next time you rock forward, so think P muscles, that's where we're going to pull up. So rock yourself forward or tailbone back, and then draw up from the pelvic floor. Just find a little squeeze the muscles and then release, and then tilt back so that you're tipping into the tailbone just a little bit. And then again, pull the pelvic floor muscles up. So now you might feel the backside muscles pulling up just a little bit more than the front, and then release, and then rock yourself forward again. Pull up from the pelvic floor and release, tilt your pelvis back, pull up from the pelvic floor and release. Nice. And now find a sort more middle situation. So not so tilted forward, not so tilted back. Find that middle position and then reach up just a little bit taller through the crown of your head. And now you're going to take a hand and we're just going to locate right up in the center of the head. So right where your spine starts to meet your skull. So you'll feel that little groove or that little indentation. And if you can find that space, then you're going to draw an imaginary line about 2 inches into your brain. So imagine drawing a line just about 2 inches into your brain, and then release your hand from your head, close your eyes down, see if you can just draw up that space about 2 inches in from that little line that you drew. Take an inhale and see if you can imagine drawing that line upward towards the crown of your head. And then as you exhale, let that soften down. And we're going to just still stick with that place, that 2 inches in from that little ridge of your skull. Inhale, lifting upward towards the crown of your head. Exhale and imagine it melting down. One more just like that. Inhale to lift up. Exhale to let it soften down. Awesome. And now we're going to move the head and the neck. As you inhale, gently lift your chin up towards the sky. Exhale to tuck your chin down toward your chest. Inhale to lift your chin up. Exhale to tuck your chin down. One more just like that. Inhale to lift your chin up. Exhale to tuck your chin down. Slide your hands forward, catch hold of your knees, move right into your cat-cow. Inhale, lift your chin, lift your chest, arch your back. Exhale, round your back. Curl the tailbone under, rounding through the shoulders. Inhale, lift your chest, lift your chin, arch your back. Exhale and round your back. One more time, just like that. Inhale to lift. Exhale to round. Beautiful. Find a neutral spine. We're going to pick up the left leg, make a little basket weave, let your hands do the heavy lifting. Take that leg, draw it in a couple of circles, go in one direction. Take that leg, draw it in a couple of circles, go the other way. Nice. And then pull that knee up towards your chest. Give it a light little squeeze. And then right away, release it down, pick up your other leg, make your little basket weave, let your hands do the work. Draw that leg in circles, go in one direction. Nice. And then draw that leg in circles, go the other way. Awesome. Pull that knee up to your chest. Give yourself a light little squeeze. Release that foot down. Hands are going to find the knees moving back to that cat and cow, but now we're going to add on. So as you inhale, lift your chest, lift your chin, arch your back. Exhale, pick up one knee, rounding nose towards knee. Releasing that foot down. Inhale, lift your chest, lift your chin. And then as you exhale, the other leg is going to come up and you're going to pull that knee up toward your nose. Inhale to lift your heart. Exhale to round, and we're just alternating, pulling the knee in towards the nose. So you're going to work at your pace, move with your breath's rhythm. Take a few cycles of breath here. Take one more time each side, or even yourself out. And then once you've completed those cycles of breath with both feet nice and even on the ground, we're going to open the arms out nice and wide and then start to find a little twist. So you're going to twist to one side and then open your arms back out, twist over to the other side. So you're going to let your hands find the outside of your knee and maybe the low side of the back of the chair. But as you swing those arms out nice and wide, we're just bringing a light bit of movement into the shoulders, lifting upward. And then as you find that upward lifting position, can you tune in and notice your armpits? Inhale and imagine that you're lifting up from your armpits and then twist and release. Beautiful. Now, the next time you twist to the left, stay there, rotating just as far as feels good. Take a nice big breath. Think about getting tall. Imagine that little space, that 2 inches in from that skull ridge. As you inhale, can you lift that space up towards the crown of your head? Take one more breath. As you release, you're going to lift your arms up, making those little wings, and then take it over to the other side, finding your twist, and then leveraging into that twist, just going as far as feels good. But then can you imagine that space in your skull? Inhale and let that space lift. One more breath. Nice. And then when you're ready, release, come back to center. And now left hand's going to touch down to the chair. Right hand's going to reach up. Take a gentle side bend. And then right away, we're going to lift up and take it over to the other side. Right hand's going to touch down. Left hand's going to reach up. Beautiful. And then find this nice little bit of fluid movement, like you're swimming through the air. One hand reaches up, one hand touches down, and we're just opening up through the ribs. Beautiful. One more time each side. And then as you come back to center, we're going to swim both hands behind the back. So we find the low side back of the chair, squeeze your shoulder blades, lift your chest, lift your chin, take a nice big breath. Awesome. And then we're going to release our grab from that chair, lift the belly up and over and fold yourself down. So belly and chest are going to rest on the thighs. You're going to create a nice bit of space. So you have a comfortable space for your belly and your chest, but there's going to be a slight bit of compression. And then take a nice big breath. Can you notice the breath in the back of your body, in the back of your shoulder blades, in the back of your ribs? Two more cycles of breath. Beautiful. And then when you're ready, hands are going to walk up to the knees, and then we're going to push into the tops of the knees to lift up, but stay in that leaned over position. And now we're going to put a little bit of the body weight into the knees and then start to pump your heels. So one heel is going to lift and then the other. We're going to start to bring a little bit of blood flow down to the feet and down to the toes, allowing that little bit of body weight to create just a little bit of extra work. Nice. One more pump of the heels each side. And then as both heels touch down, gently lift yourself up and then find your seated mountain pose. Feet on the ground, nice and even and anchored, lifting up through the crown of your head. Inhale, arms up and look up. Exhale, hands to heart center, hands down at your sides. Inhale, arms up and look up. Exhale, hands to heart center, hands down at your sides. One more just like that. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale, hands to heart center, hands down at your sides. Nice. And then grab your theraband or your booty band, whatever little stretchy thing tool that you're working with. And we're going to take the middle, palms facing up. We're going to keep our hands really nice and close to each other, and then pull the theraband apart and then bring it back in, just to make sure you have that little bit of grip. Slide your hands in as close as you can, pull it apart, and then bring it back in. Pull it apart and bring it back in. One more just like that. So nothing fancy. We just want to find that grip. And now we're going to pull it apart. Keep that pulled apart. Scrape your elbows along your ribs and then reach it forward like you're presenting a dish. Pull the elbows back, scrape your ribs. Keep that even distance, reaching forward. Nice. One more just like that. Pull the elbows back, scrape your ribs, reaching forward. And now we're going to take it into some bicep curls. So you're going to keep your elbows fairly in line with the shoulders. Keep that pulling apart sensation. Bend and bring the fist toward your face and then reach them out. Two more to go here, keeping that even distance, pulling apart if you can. Nice. And then just for a second, lower your hands down, give your fingers a little wiggle, make sure you just address your grip, because holding onto that theraband sometimes uses a little bit of extra grip work. And then once you feel like your fingers have been good and wiggled out, re-grab your theraband, palms facing up, but now with it just a little bit of a wider grip. So we're going to keep that nice even distance there and pull one arm out to the side, bring it back in. Other arm, pull it out to the side, bring it back in. Nice. Pull the other arm out. Beautiful. Bring it back in. Other arm out and in. Nice. One more time each side. So hopefully you're feeling a little work maybe in the armpit chest or in the back of the shoulders. And then when you're ready, release that down. Give your arms a little shake. Give your fingers a little wiggle. Wiggle out your shoulders. Make sure everything feels good. And then place your theraband maybe just off to the side. Somewhere you'll be able to access it again later, but find your mountain pose again. Inhale, arms up. Just notice your shoulders, your armpit chest here. Exhale, hands to heart center. Hands down at your sides. Beautiful. Now we're going to take it a little bit further. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale and fold. Inhale to a half forward fold. Exhale to soften down. Pull the abdominal muscles in. Roll up. Roll your shoulders up to your ears, around, down, and back to your mountain pose. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale and fold. Inhale to half forward fold. Exhale to soften down. Now we're going to slide up and grab the right knee as you come up. Pull the knee up to the chest. Give a light little squeeze. Tuck your nose to your knee. Release that leg down. Back to your mountain pose. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale and fold. Inhale to half forward fold. Exhale to soften down. Now we're going to take it up the left leg, pull that left knee up to the chest, little rounding of the nose towards the knee. And then release right back to your mountain pose. Beautiful. Inhale, arms up and look up. Exhale and fold. Inhale to half forward fold. Exhale to soften down. Stay in that soft folded position. Let your hands get nice and heavy. Soften through the back of the neck. Notice that compression of your belly and your chest against your thighs. Take a nice big breath. Slow breath out. And then from here, can you lift your arms into a cactus or goalpost position? Once you've got your arms in that cactus or goalpost position, strong, using the muscles in the back of the body, lift your belly away from the thighs into about a 45-degree angle. And then keeping that nice long spine, beautiful. Lean your heart forward so that your belly and your chest connect with the thighs. Keep those cactus arms, lift through the back of the body, lift up about 45 degrees. And then lean yourself forward, still keeping that nice little hinge coming from the hips, strong in the back. Inhale and lift up about 45 degrees. Exhale and lower just a little bit. Beautiful. 2 more to go here. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower, and this time we're going to lift all the way up, but keep those cactus arms if you can. Lift up to a nice upright seated position and then pull the elbows back, squeeze between the shoulder blades, and then bring the arms forward. Elbows, forearms, palms are going to meet. Open the arms up, pull the elbows back, get a little squeeze between the shoulder blades, and then bring it together. Elbows, forearms, palms are going to meet. Nice. One more just like that. Open up nice and wide. Exhale as you bring it in, palms, forearms, elbows are going to meet, and then stay here. We're going to keep that nice little clasping together. Lift the elbows up, lower the elbows slightly down. Inhale, lift the elbows up. Exhale to bring them down. One more just like that. Inhale, lift up. Exhale to lower down. Nice. Bring those elbows back to that neutral position. Open wide into that cactus. Pull the elbows back at that little last squeeze. And then release your arms down. Give your shoulders a little shrug. Shake out your neck. Let go of any of the stuff you may have come across. And then find your way back into your mountain pose. Beautiful. Inhale, arms up, look up. Hands meet, chest lifts as you look up. Exhale and fold. Inhale to half forward fold. Exhale to soften down, right hand over to the left shin, left hand reaches up to the sky. Release that hand down, slide up the shin, bring the knee to the chest, bring your nose to your knee. We're going to hang on to that knee, but release that little rounding of the back. Take that knee in a single hand hold, swing it out to the side, draw that knee in tiny little circles, go in one direction. Just make sure that feels comfortable. If there's any little catches, just hold it steady, but if it feels okay, circle it the other way. Nice. And then bring it back in, set it down, find your mountain pose again. Inhale, arms up, hands meet, chest lifts as you look up. Exhale and fold. Inhale to half forward fold. Exhale to soften down. Left hand over to the right shin, right hand reaches to the sky. Beautiful. Release that hand down, slide up that shin, bring the knee up to the chest, bring your nose to your knee. Release that rounding of the back, take it into a single hand hold, take that knee, swing it out to the side, and then if it feels good, you're going to circle it. If there's too much clicking or catching going on in that hip flexor area, you might choose to just stay in a stationary position. If you're circling, circle the other way. Beautiful. And then bring that leg back in, set it down. We're going to take light fist right to the soft tissue of the belly. So locate your belly button, move towards the sides of the belly button. So you're in that soft tissue. Feet are going to be a little bit closer together just so you have a place to rest. And then we're going to fold over and take 3 breaths here. So hands in that soft tissue of the belly, just go as far as feels safe and comfortable to you. Take a nice, generous inhale, trying to keep the abdominal muscles as soft as you can. Nice, slow breath out. 2 more cycles of breath. Beautiful. When you're ready, lift up through the top of your head. Let your heart follow, releasing those fists. Let your hands come back into mountain pose. Awesome. Just take a nice big breath here. Notice that little bit of blood flow that comes back to the abdomen. Cool. And then when you're ready, inhale, arms up and look up. Exhale and fold. Inhale to half forward fold. Exhale to soften back down. Pull the abdominal muscles in, roll up through the spine. As you roll up, you're going to extend your left leg out. Flex the foot, heel is going to find the ground. Inhale, lift up, belly up and over. Exhale, reach toward your foot. And then we're going to keep that foot out, but pull your abdominal muscles in like you're rolling up through the spine. Inhale, reach that right arm up, left arm up. Exhale, fold, reaching toward your toe. We're going to do that 2 more times. So think pull abdominal muscles in, roll up through the spine. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, reach towards the foot. Pull the abdominal muscles in, roll all the way up and in, and we're going to take that to the other side. So step that foot in, find your mountain pose. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale and fold. Inhale to half forward fold. Exhale to soften down, pull the abdominal muscles in. As you roll up, extend your other leg out, flex the foot, take your arm, reach it up, think up and over it. Exhale, reach toward your foot. Pull the abdominal muscles in, roll up nice and slow. Extend that arm up, think up and over. Exhale, reach towards the foot. Pull the abdominal muscles in, roll yourself up. Beautiful. One more just like that. Up and over, reaching towards the foot. Pull it up and in, and then slide that foot in. And then we're going to take just a couple of little windshield wipers of those knees and start to step your feet maybe just a little bit wider so they're about shoulder width distance or finding the outer edges of your chair. Cool. And then once you feel like you've got a little bit of looseness in your hip socket, now step your feet so that your butt is firm on the chair, but you have a nice wide position. We're going to take this back into a fold. So think up and over with the belly, lean your heart forward. So we're going to create a little bit of length through the front of the body, and then let your hands find the floor. Once your hands have found the floor, plant your palms, soften your elbows, let your head drop down. Take a nice deep breath in. Slow breath out. With this wide position with the legs, right hand is going to reach over towards the right foot. So you're going to plant your hand in the inside of the foot and then wedge your arm against that knee and calf. Reach your other arm up to the sky, look to the sky, take a nice big breath. Beautiful. Release that hand down. We're going to walk it over to the other side. So left hand's going to find the inside of the foot. You're going to kind of wedge against the inside of that leg. Reach your other arm up, look to the sky. Beautiful. Release that hand down back to center. And then with your hands in center, left hand on the ground, right underneath your nose. Right hand's going to reach up to the sky. Release that hand down underneath your nose. Other hand's going to reach up to the sky. Beautiful. Release that hand down, both hands in center. Pull your abdominal muscles in. Roll up nice and slow. Walk your feet in so that they're about hip width distance apart. We're going to pick up the left knee, pull it up towards the chest, round your nose toward your knee. Take a nice big inhale. Slow exhale. And then holding onto that knee, grab hold of the heel, externally rotate, rock the leg a little bit side to side. Beautiful. Bring it across for your figure 4, one fold with just one nice big breath. So think up and over, lean your heart forward. Take a nice deep inhale. Slow exhale. Lift up through the crown of your head. Let your heart follow. Lift that leg up with control. And then we're going to take it to the other side. So pulling that knee up, give it a nice light little squeeze, maybe taking your nose to your knee. And then lifting your head up, hold on to that knee, grab the heel, externally rotate, rock it a little side to side. Nice. And then bring it across, find your figure 4, sit up nice and tall, one good breath. Inhale as you lift, exhale as you lean your heart forward. Take a nice big inhale. Slow exhale. Lift up through the top of your head, let your heart follow, come up nice and slow. Gently release that foot off and then grab your theraband and we'll just work the legs one last time before we find our way to our Shavasana. So we're going to take our theraband or our yoga strap in a little loop, catching hold of the bottom of one foot, and then with a single hand hold. So you're just going to hold on to both ends of your band with the same hand, same leg. Once you've got your way there, we're going to swing it out and swing it back in. Swing it out and swing it back in, and find just a little bit of looseness in that hip socket if you can. Beautiful. And then the next time you swing it out, stay there. maybe lifting upward just a little bit. So we pull upward through the crown of the head, a little up through the leg, take a nice big breath. And then we're going to keep that upward lifted position, pass it over so that you're going to switch hand holds. You're going to take both ends of the strap and the other hand, open up into a little twist, reach your other hand back, look behind you, take a nice big breath. Beautiful. And then bring it back to center. Bend your knee, gently release your foot from your band, set it down, shake it out. And we're going to take it to the other side right away. Catch hold of your foot, pick it up. So same hand, same foot is going to hold the end of the strap. Swing it out and swing it in, and just invite a little bit of looseness. So let your hand do most of the work here so your leg can be as loose as it is, at least as loose as it can possibly be in that joint. Nice. And then the next time you swing it out, stay there, lift a little taller, maybe lift the leg, take a nice big breath. Beautiful. And then can you keep that height? Swing that leg across, re-grab the other ends with your other hand, open into a little twist, reach behind you, look behind you. Beautiful. And then when you're ready, bring it back on in, bend that knee, release your foot from your band, set your band down, and then give your legs a little shake. Wiggle out your ankles, wiggle out your toes, wiggle out your knees. And then just to finish, to stimulate the feet so that we can find our way back, just take a couple of light taps of your feet. Tap into your toes, the balls of the feet, the blade edges and the heels, and just tap them around just so we can stimulate and bring just a little bit of energy and blood flow down to the feet. And then once you feel like everything's good and stimulated, let your feet relax. Scoot your butt way back in your chair. Let your back find the back of the chair, and then let everything quiet down for a moment. Let your eyes close down or soften your gaze. Take a moment or two here just to let all that energy kind of settle. So notice your feet might feel a little stimulated, your legs might feel a little stimulated. Invite softness into your shoulders, softness into your arms, soft heaviness into your legs. Start to bring your awareness back into your body. Give your fingers and toes a little wiggle. Through all of this, if you can, keep your eyes closed so that you just tune into sensation rather than worrying about what the positions of your body look like. On your next inhale, see if you can just lift your back away from your seat so you come into a nice tall upright position. And then once you've found that tall upright position with the spine, still keeping your eyes closed if you can, walk your butt forward in your chair so your butt is finding the middle of your seat and your feet are nice and firm on the ground. And then once you found your way there, we're just going to take some tick-tocks of the head. So dropping one ear towards your shoulder and then over to the other side. So finding some gentle movement through the side of the neck, but keeping your eyes closed if you can, just so you can tune in and feel the sensation in the side of your neck. Notice if you're holding any tension in your jaw, see if you can let that go. As you gently rock your head side to side, do you notice, are you picking up tension in your hands and your fingers? Can you let your hands and fingers be soft? And then the next time your right ear comes over to the right shoulder, stay there. Let the ear be nice and heavy. Take a nice deep breath in. Slow breath out. Lift your head to center, dropping your left ear over to your left shoulder. Stay there for a moment. Take a nice deep breath in. Slow breath out. And then lift your head up to a neutral position, and like you're drawing little figure eights with the nose, 1 inch figure eights. So it's super small, super subtle movement. Eyes closed if you can still keep them closed. Softening your cheekbones, softening your eyes, softening your jaw. Take one more little figure eight. And then let your head find a neutral position, prayer hands to heart center, hands in Anjali Mudra. And then when you feel like it's appropriate, bow your head to your heart. Breathing in love and gratitude for yourself, for your mind, for your body, and for all of your hard work. And breathe in a little extra love and gratitude that you can carry with you through the rest of your day and share with everyone you see. We're going to come up through a standing position. So as you inhale, gently lift your head up, open your eyes, release your hands. We're going to take it into a little fold. So we're going to fold ourselves forward, let your hands find the ground. And then once your hands have found the ground, you're going to lift your butt away from the chair. So a little semi-half forward fold, and then lower your butt back down towards the chair. And then we'll do that again. Lift your butt away from your chair, bend your knees, lower your butt towards your seat. And then this next time, lift your butt away from your chairs. Keep a generous bend in your knees. Let your head and your spine hang nice and heavy. Take a big inhale. Slow exhale. Bend your knees a lot. Pull your abdominal muscles in. Roll your way up to a standing position. Take your time as you come up. And then as you come up, take a couple little shrugs of the shoulders, a little wiggle of your knees, a little wiggle of your ankles. Shake everything out. Make sure it all feels good. And you're amazing. You're amazing.